Simple 401k is basically a hybrid. Simple plan rules, but in a 401k wrapper. The big exam hook is what you don't have to do. A simple 401k avoids annual non-discrimination testing, which can be costly. But it still has real plan responsibilities, like filing Form 5500 each year. So it's simpler than a traditional 401k, but not as light as a simple IRA. If you see the word loan, think 401k, not IRA. Participant loans can be allowed from a simple 401k, just like other 401k plans. But loans are never permitted from an IRA, including a simple IRA. On the EA exam, they love this clean contrast. If the fact pattern needs borrowing flexibility, the simple 401k is the one that can offer it. Next, vesting. In a simple 401k, employees are fully vested in all contributions. That means no vesting schedule to encourage retention. Compare that to a traditional 401k, where employer contributions can vest over time. This is a favorite exam twist. Simple 401k gives up some employer control in exchange for simpler compliance, like skipping non-discrimination testing. Employer funding is mandatory, and you get two choices. Either match employee deferrals up to 3% of pay, or make a 2% non-elective contribution for each eligible employee. Here's the key difference from a simple IRA. With a simple 401k, you can't reduce the match down to 1%. On exam questions, if you see reduced match, that points away from simple 401k. Eligibility and plan setup rules matter too. To establish a simple 401k, the business generally must have 100 or fewer employees and cannot maintain any other retirement plan. That no other plan rule is an easy point on the EA exam. Also remember, simple 401k has lower contribution limits than a traditional 401k, so it's not always the best for maximizing deferrals. Secure 2.0 adds two modern wrinkles. First, for employers with no more than 25 employees, the annual deferral limit and catch-up limit increase by 10% starting in 2024. Second, employers can convert from a simple IRA to a simple 401k mid-year for plan years beginning on or after January 1st, 2024. That mid-year conversion is new and very testable. Finally, termination timing. Simple IRA and simple 401k plans can't be terminated mid-year. They can only end at year-end, and only if employees get timely written notice. The classic date to memorize is November 2nd. To terminate effective for the following year, the employer must notify employees before November 2nd of the current year. No IRS notice is required, but employee notice is. What is the latest date that a business can establish a simple IRA for its employees? The choices you'll see include dates like September 15th, October 1st, December 31st, and April 15th. Focus on the setup deadline for a calendar year simple plan, not the tax return due date. Think about it. The correct answer is October 1st. That's generally the latest date to establish a simple IRA for a calendar year. December 31st is tempting because it feels like year-end, but simple IRA plans have to be in place by October 1st to allow employee elections. The key exception is a brand new business formed after October 1st, which can set it up as soon as administratively feasible. Summit Climate Solutions has 110 employees, and every employee earned more than $5,000 last year. The company wants to establish a retirement plan. Which plan type is not allowed? The options include a 401k plan, a defined benefit plan, a SEP IRA, and a simple IRA. Think about the employee count rule. Think about it. The correct answer is the simple IRA. A simple IRA generally requires 100 or fewer employees who received at least $5,000 of compensation in the prior year. Summit has 110 employees meeting that test, so it's not eligible. A regular 401k, a defined benefit plan, and a SEP IRA don't have that same 100 employee cap, so those remain possible choices.